47 problem, and lack of accountability is number one. Hey, YouTube family, we are back. Bev and Shani, the chat suite with our guilty pleasure reality TV. Today we have commentary and a recap of episode 2, Love and Marriage, Huntsville, season 3. I will tell you the thing that really resonated or just stuck out to me in this episode was Martell's a lack of accountability for anything. Dude, really, what is it? Where is your mind? Where's your moral compass? Come on. You got to take accountability for something. I mean, I'm jumping ahead. I'm going to go in order, but it's like that just really threw me. I'm like, dude, how he was disrespectful to the woman mama. I mean, to his ex-wife's mama.
Yes.
Like, didn't you have a relationship with her? I mean, you got to have some kind of feel like you owe her something, sir.
He is a man, is a man, is a man, and a woman is a woman, is a woman. And
that's like, it. That is such an antiquated viewpoint of life, really. Seriously.
I don't know how it's going to continue with it. It's unbelievable.
Like, how do you function like that? I don't even get it. I don't get it. But anyway, so to the beginning. The episode begins with Kimmie and Maurice discussing the issue that she has with Tisha. And then it splits with Tisha and Marsau discussing it also. And I want to say that the difference between maturity and immaturity, I'm sorry. That girl, she does not have a clue. She's talking about some, well, I just told her, my expectations and I hope she abides by them. What?
I was like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about, lady? I don't, Tisha is, I don't know where she's coming from. I mean, even I know her husband, even Marsau is looking at her like, what are you talking about, Tisha? She's like, I told her, these are my expectations. And if she can't abide by, then it is what it is. Then it is what it is. Because Kimmie said, I'm not changing for nobody. Go ahead.
When you want me to change. No, you're good. Especially when you're asking me to be dishonest, and if I don't believe something, if I think you're in the wrong, I'm supposed to just agree with you because you're my sister-in-law, girl, bye.
and you didn't come to my defense when everybody called me a home wrecker, as Kimmie said. So give me the same allegiance you want me to give you. Where is that at, Tisha?
Seriously.
Right. She is on I'm like, where is she? I mean, she is really off on a whole nother train this season.
It's amazing. I'm like, like I said about Martha, who are these people? And where do they come from? Who has raised these people? It's like you have raised some. I don't want to talk about nobody parenting.
Yes, right. Yes.
But they have done these adults a disservice as children. Martell's mama and Tisha's mama.
You're telling the truth. You're telling the truth. You're telling the truth.
Because as a human functioning in the human world with other human beings,
absolutely,
you can't just expect people are going to do the things that you want them to do. And if they don't, then the hell with them. It's like, what?
I don't, like you said, who are these people? Who are these people? It's a lot. It's a lot. I really think that this is going to be an interesting season with Kimmie and Tisha. I mean, I don't know, maybe it'll turn around, but the way it's looking right now, Kimmie's not having this. And Maurice was like, she must not know you. Like, and they chuckled about it. It's just like, what are you talking about? Go ahead, John. I'm sorry.
What are you talking about? Yeah.
Yes.
And then when she said, she was talking about recapping her party, her graduation party. And she said, no drama, no Wanda.
I know. Oh, Miss Wanda. Miss Wanda.
What did Miss Wanda feel when she saw that?
I know, and I'm gonna be honest, I was surprised that Tisha said that, really.
Me too.
Because she's usually kind of sensitive about her mama.
Yeah, about her mama. I don't talk about my, don't nobody talk about my mama,
Right. Oh my gosh.
Okay. So then that conversation that Marsau and Tisha had about the picnic, the graduation celebration, yes. And he was bringing man or whoever, T-Man or G-Man and Kiki and Scooter and whoever else. acknowledge like, what? Oh, I can't believe that, girl.
Right.
Okay, you set that up because you go
You.
run and tell your family all your business.
There
Why?
you go. There you go. There
What
you
do you
go.
think about that, Viv?
I agree with you 1000%. As Marceau said, they had the minions, wanted to have the minions on them and stuff. And so when like you said, man or T-Man or T-Man, I don't know what his name was. I'm sorry, yeah, I just don't remember the nicknames and stuff, but we love them. But what did the brother say to Marceau? What did Marceau say to that brother? He said, when he said something, you about to check, what if I had another child? What did he say? He said something interesting. Do you remember?
I don't know what I can't remember what Marceau said about that. I don't remember what he said, honestly.
Okay, because he said something. I kept listening. I was like, what did he say? Because when man said, well, that's my sister. He said, well, tell me what, you gonna check me? Like, I mean, what if I have another child, then like what? He said something. I was like,
right, who's gonna check me, boo, right?
Seriously, it was about to be that. But
and then because a man or T-Man was questioning about if he had an outside child. And I guess Marceau is like above that. He's not going to answer that question, blah, blah, blah. But at the table, when he mentioned it to Tisha, he's like, well, I wouldn't be mad at you, or I wouldn't disown you or you had a child of wedlock. Dude,
have you ever heard a man say that?
Never.
I mean, and if you're saying that, something must be coming.
It made me think like, do you want a child out of wedlock?
Right, because what man would say if his wife had a child out of wedlock? I mean, not out of wedlock, but if his child had an outside marriage, outside baby while they're together, that he would still accept her. I was like, Marceau, you wrong for that. Like, I mean, I don't know what he's trying to get Tisha for, because I think something is coming. I don't know what. Ooh,
I hope not, because he's like a joke. He like to be a little comedian or whatever.
Okay,
so maybe that was just part of his little comedic act. I hope so, because that was crazy. How could you say that?
Because she was like, if I find out she had an outside child, I'll sue you for everything and take everything. Yep. And he said something funny again, like, you already got everything. Oh, I don't have anything. But he says something like that.
I think he does stuff for effect.
Okay, so you got tears coming out of my eyes on this one.
I think he does stuff for effect.
Okay.
It has to be, because come on now, in the history of all cheaters and whatever, now doggone well ain't no man, a woman to be able to accept the outside child. But a man, come on.
It's hard. It's hard. But yes, come on. Okay. Yes.
All right. So then we move on to Melody and Martell.
Oh my goodness.
When he's coming to pick up the children, and then Melody's like, I put my game face on. That was my line. I put my game face on. And she had it on too. Because she was like, yes, Martell. I mean, because I was really surprised by their interaction. It seemed like it started off being kind of, cordial. It wasn't contentious at that moment.
Yes.
But then in his little confessional, he's talking about, every time I come to pick up the kids, it's always an argument. Is it? I don't know.
It might be. Yeah. I mean, it might, it could be every time he's coming, I'm just not sticking to him, but it's a lot of hurt, I think, still.
And I think they still love each other, though. I mean, I do. I think they still love each other, because the way they interacted.
Yep.
I'm not going to jump ahead, because that's the next thing after that. But yeah, so, then that little Melania, she's like a little character too. She looks like a little Martell.
Yes.
It's too cute. Yes. It's like, it's like, and I really not admire that she's such a fun, because Melody was pregnant when they were going through all that. Sometimes when you have those emotions going through you, it could go to the baby or whatever, but that baby is just as happy and goes as cute as she want to be. Anyway.
Yeah.
So then, so Melody references his Facebook post about or Instagram post about when he had Melanie, must have said. And he said that, 4 down, 1 to go. And she was upset about that, because he hasn't told the children that they got another child. They got a brother from another mother.
Oh my God.
And so
this is much.
I mean, like, and I get that, though. I get that. Like, how could you not tell the kids that, though? But you telling the world. You told the world what you told your children. What?
Maybe do you think, and I don't know, I'm just saying, do you think that he's thinking because they're so young that, I don't know.
I mean, because
This
he's gotta want to have them around. I mean, he's gotta have to have his kids are gonna have, are they gonna interact with the person? I think because they've been around. I remember because Melody has, intimated that they have been around the woman. So I'm
oh,
sure they
okay.
have to, they're gonna be around her. But
Yeah.
yeah, that was the conversation. And then he and my question was, how did he remain? Remember when he said I'm hot, he wanted to go back inside. Now, how did he stay outside? She closed the door on him. How did that work? Did you see that? Did you notice that?
Yes, I noticed that. And I think I said the same thing. I was like, because I was thinking maybe it was a little bit of an argument and they cut something, but she just was like, stay outside. Yeah, it's a mess. How did he mess that family up like?
No, just destroy. And then when he went, and this is what I was speaking of earlier, when then he rings the knocks on the door again, and here come grandma. She opened the door, Miss Van.
Mm-hmm.
And he hasn't seen her. I don't think they've spoken since all this stuff went down. And he's never, as a man, never gone to her and said, he should at least send her a card and apologize, I'm blah, blah, blah. Never addressed her, never said anything.
Yeah.
He had no respect to me. He showed no respect to her.
No regard. He could have, they've been family 14, 15 years. He could have said I know Mel and I didn't make it, but Mom, I apologize. I never meant to do it, do your daughter wrong. I know I made some mistakes. I hope one day you forgive me and we can still, be family, because we'll be family forever with the children. He could have said something.
He could have said something, but to not even say that, and then smart talker.
Right. Dismissive. wait a minute now.
No, we're not going to talk about that. No, we're not going to talk about that because that's what, there've been some there have been things said about me and da-da-da. And my thing is, dog, you started. True enough, Melody does say a lot too, which she should not. I don't think she should say all the things that she said. Don't say nothing, don't respond. But you started all this. You started it.
Right. And I know it's probably hard for her though, because she says she's going to refrain. Like I'm putting on my game face, but then when she gets face to face, it comes out. She can't hold it. You know what I mean? Like it just pours out. I know it's hard. It's hard because she 15, 14, and then she took him back and kept that last baby, and you still did what you said you wasn't going to do. So I know she's hurt.
Yes.
Yes, crazy.
Yes. And so he was very disrespectful to her grandmother.
Right.
And I was not there for that at all. He has no accountability. Like when your mother sees this episode, what is she gonna say about you, sir? Yeah. What would she say? The new person that has entered into the fold, Miss Tiffany. You remember Melody introduced her for the first time?
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
And I am interested to see how because looking at some of the previews of the future episodes, seems like Miss Tiffany is saying a bit too much. I don't know though.
Talking out of pocket. Be quiet, lady.
Yes.
Be quiet, lady.
You just got here, boo. Settle down. But
birthday brunches. Oh, but be quiet. Hold on. Right. Go ahead, Sean. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I don't know what's going to happen for her, but that was nice just to say. I think the Melody says that this is someone who has gone through the same thing that she's gone through. So they have formed a bond from that trauma.
Right.
Next thing which was the highlight of the episode to me, was the two of them, Martell and Melody, going to the co-parenting class or counseling. That was, and the way, to me, it went very smoothly. They didn't have, from what we see, how we only can see what they show us. We don't know what's on the edit room floor, but it just, that's when I saw that they still love each other. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That wound is fresh. And I'm just going to say this. I am really shocked. Never would have thought it. Didn't know how they were going to do it. I'm shocked that they are having their side confessionals together. I didn't know that they were going to be able to do that.
I didn't either.
That's like, wow, that's interesting. But I guess, they're doing it for the good of keeping the show going. But I thought they would always sit separate. So that was interesting to me that they are sitting in their confessionals together. And
it wasn't contentious. It wasn't a hostile situation either.
Right. Yes.
Together.
I agree. It was so, to me, that one session was so real with them, with their emotions. They both got very emotional in it. He still was in a space of protectiveness for her. When he got up, go on. I don't want to get in front of it, but
when he got up
when he got up, when they were talking about just how they need to co-parent, and he got emotional. She got emotional, but he still wanted to just say, well, where's the tissue for her?
Yeah.
He got up to get that. I thought he was really getting up because he was getting ready to drop it. But then he did. He got, he of course he kind of held it back, but it was right there. And so it was really, they had, what I thought was interesting too, Shani, and family, for anybody who didn't see, Martell commented that he wasn't a fan of that last counselor, which was that gentleman. He thought he was too biased. And I didn't realize that.
I would just say this. The man was telling him right. And Martell doesn't want to know right. He doesn't want anybody who's going against what he has done and what he's saying,
So, but this is interesting because he was very receptive to this lady. I didn't think he would be, but he was very receptive to this new counselor that they had right now. He said he felt like she was unbiased, that she really, I don't know if because she gave him a relatable situation that she had through.
And plus she didn't contradict anything that he said.
Right.
That's another thing too.
Which you kind of, I will say, when they were counseling with the guy from last year, the older gentleman, as much as it seemed like that guy was of course he was telling Martell as it should be, I didn't see Martell wanting to continue with that, because it was like the guy was, you too much on you're wrong. And I don't know. Should a counselor be like that, really?
Well, actually they try to, but see, to me, because he has his moral compass or his whatever is distorted, you can't, because they try to make you see the wrong in what you've done,
Okay. Yes, I got you. But they
don't necessarily say that, oh, that's wrong, you can't do that,
but that's not the right approach for him. He's not the type of guy that's receptive to that space. He needs, what they're involved in so far is someone who is going to, like you say, not try to really go, someone that just wants to listen. Someone, he wants to know that somebody else has been through this situation. And then it seems like he wanted to get open to the processes that needs to be done in order to co-parent properly.
I think that's why he's made, like I said, more receptive, because it's a different situation. They're not talking about, his infidelity or the
right. That's true too.
All they're talking about is their children, and that's the common thing that they have. That they both love those children, and they want to, see them thrive, and they're for their well-being.
Yep, very true. It's a different situation.
That's a different situation. Yeah,
that's true.
But I do want to say something about that counselor. I'm kind of, and I know if they see this now, they probably won't use her again, because I'm on a Facebook, all these Facebook love and marriage groups, and she was on there, and she said, I'm going to be counseling them. Do y'all have any questions y'all want me to give them? What? Yes.
Does she want to lose her license?
That's what I'm talking about.
Why are you talking about that? Them and their business on a Facebook Live? On a Facebook.
She didn't say anything about. Well, I guess that's the counseling is part of their business. Yes, because this was something from like last week. The episode hadn't even shown yet. So but I know this has happened months ago. The actual situation. However, the episode hadn't even shown when she put that on the Facebook group.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. Well, okay. Because I really thought she was good. I was like, wow, she seems really good and stuff. But
I doubt they'll go to her again. I think because they probably have seen that. I don't know, because that was not right. You don't do that.
Right.
Maybe after the fact, you'd be like, oh, yeah, look at my opportunity, whatever. But you don't say that. What is that? I was really taken aback by that. I was like, is this a joke? When I saw it, I thought it was a joke, but then she is the same person that was on the thing that did that move.
Right.
I was like, oh.
Yeah. This is interesting. I'm really hoping that with them going to counsel, I like that he was receptive to it. And I'm hoping with them going into this, they can really co-parent the way they should, and not, ever put these children in a spot where they're playing a game between these kids. And if something happens, I'm just saying, like, if something happens where somebody can't pick somebody up, or somebody can't, don't make that like a huge messy thing. Sometimes I always hope that parents have a little grace with each other with situations like that, you know?
Yeah, you would think so.
But I know it's different because they didn't just get a divorce. It's a divorce on the space of you're with another woman with another baby. So it's a lot of layers to this onion. It's not as
he doesn't want that. He doesn't want that discussed. Because remember when she brought that up? I mean, she didn't say, she just said, she didn't say no names or nothing. She was like, well, you know, you got 5 kids. Said, why are you talking about that? Well,
yeah.
This is true. She said, this is true.
It's a jab, but I know he doesn't want it. And I know she wants to give it. It's hard. I mean, Melanie has to be like a statue, a concrete stone statue for these emotions not to pour out of her. It's impossible. I mean, it happened. Not only did it happen, this was somebody that you had been dealing with. I've taken you back after that. You said this will never happen again. Let's keep our family together. It's you, it's me. Look at everything we're doing. Like, this is the bon voyage. We're the Holts. And then we had our last baby. And right on the trail of that, you had another baby. He broke her. He broke her heart. He broke her heart. He broke her heart. I mean, I know mine would be like on the floor shattered. I mean, if I've forgiven you on several occasions, we don't know Melanie's history. He's always trying to say she was doing something. I don't really believe that, but you know, he tries to act like she was, but I don't. That's just,
you know, that's not true. He's saying that after they broke up. Remember after she went somewhere else. That's so.
Because he don't even seem like as male chauvinistic as his attitude is about. I can't even see. I know he wouldn't be a man.
He wouldn't stand for it.
Stand for anything like that. But so, like I said, he just really has to understand the severity of how he really broke her heart. I think because she stands, even though, like he said, he saw her in the closet crying, blah, blah, blah. But because she stands probably much stronger than she really is, he may not really even know the full scope of how he really broke her heart. She broke her heart. It's going to be a long time before she can stop doing them jibs and jabs. Like, I mean, and sometimes not the male would do this. Of course, Mel, this is not for you. But sometimes in situations like this, women really get funny because when that man is over with that other woman, sometimes that wife tries to prove a point. And it's like, oh, really? Like, you with her and she thinks she has you? And so now I'm not married to you. Now I might fool around with you, just to cut into her. I'm saying, you know what I mean? I know people that it's happened in that way before. And yeah, and so it's just like because it's like you hurt me. Like I'm trying to get, but I think Melanie is bigger than that. Like, you know, sometimes people go low to the ground, but she seems like she's bigger than getting that low. But, you know, as Chris said on Real Housewives of Potomac, hurt people.
Exactly. but word in the street is that he's not even with the girl.
Did you hear that?
They just good friends. I'm sorry, they're good friends. They're good friends, but he's not in a relationship with her.
Now, what is that all about? What is
and you saying that like as a woman, like as me, if I was the mistress and heard that, what
was it all for? I know, like he said, whole life. I mean, it is what it is. Like he said, it's here now. We can't go back. The baby's here. We have to go forward. I get it. But it's like, man, looking back in retrospect, like you could have made all the decisions so differently, you know, just, I don't know, less is more to it than we understand.
No, it ain't more to it. It's just being
okay.
Because just the way he is, it's like be a man. Man's gonna be a man. Men gonna cheat. That's what men do. I thought women. Remember he said that. I thought women would have talked to you by now. This is what men do. You just gotta, like, dude, really. The fact that you even think that it's sad. It's really sad. It's sad.
One other thing before we let the family go on everything. What did you think about Chris, this partner, coming to Mel about?
Chris said business. He said it's business.
Okay.
The client asked me to do this. Ask her. Remember? I guess because Melody has the license was in her name.
Right.
He doesn't have the license anymore. Yeah. She has it.
But even she knew, because remember, she was like, did you talk to Martell? Because you know how he is. Like, but and then Chris, I was like, Martell said, what are you doing, man? You trying to throw me under the bus too? Like, I don't know. I think I want to see this relationship. This should be interesting. Them two, you know?
Yeah, but then Melody was like, she doesn't want him to, she said, I don't want you to stop being friends with him because of that. You remember she said that? That was noble of her to say
that. You know Martell. Because when he was like, oh, you trying to do business with my wife too? Oh, okay. Remember he was like,
yeah, no, he said my wife. Remember that? I mean my ex-wife. Everything he slipped up a couple times with that.
You can't.
I guess it's too early, right? It's still
When
early.
you've said it for 14 years, how can you not? How can you not? Oh my God, Jesus Christ, this is a mess.
It's like that. As much as I can't stand him, I mean, I just wish he could get himself together and they could have got back together and had kept on with their family.
I know. I wanted to ask the family a question because he talked about how, she said, I didn't want a lot of stuff to be in front of the kids when they were in counseling. And he said, well, that's why I told you stop doing all this hollering and screaming and all this in the house because the kids are going to hear everything, which I know it's hard, I guess, to do, but you do have to watch it when those children, because you just can't put everything in front of these kids. But, she said, well, you should have kept your private parts in our household and it wouldn't have been all.
Yeah, don't say that no more.
No, don't say that because don't let anybody else determine how you move and how you handle yourself, especially as it pertains to your children.
Right.
And so I wanted to ask you, Shani, what you thought, and family chime in. Do you think that he would want, because remember she said, don't act like you wouldn't want this family, your wife and family again. He said, no, it's not that I would want you. It's, I would want the family. Right. So do you think that he's really wouldn't want Mel, or he just would want to be with Mel to keep their family together with the children? What do you think?
I don't know. I think that I don't think they could ever be back together because she feel like she's grown mentally and she's, spread her wings and she's done all this stuff. And he is a very chauvinistic person. He's insecure, right. So it's like, as long as you stay in your place and, I can take the credit for everything that, because before he's like, well, I started this, if I can take credit for everything that you've done, then that's okay. But see, she's not going to allow that. So right. I don't think that they could ever be in a space where they could be back together like that. I just don't think that.
Okay. No matter
how much they love each other. I mean, because it's like he has such an antiquated view of life. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
And it's unrealistic. Like, dude, you need some help. Seriously. So that's a funky dynamic. He said, I think that you need some mental help. You need some counseling. You need help.
Yeah.
Something's wrong with you.
He does. He does. He does. You can tell. If maybe this lady can really, well, I don't know. You said she's something.
I don't think so about her, but I mean, it's just like, I don't know. But first you gotta recognize it first. To be able to be open to change, you gotta recognize that you need to. But he does that.
That's right.
But yeah, we can go on and on. We can go on and on, family, about this, but we won't.
Right.
We're gonna close it out with the end of this episode. Like I said, the highlight for me was the counseling session that they had about the co-parenting counseling session. And even when they left, even though he said something about as we were speaking about the 40 acres, building the 40 acres, but that was still like, it was still fun, like a little banter between them. It wasn't like it was malicious or they were getting mad about it. And I just thought that was nice to see them interacting in that way and not the normal, that how they are going at each other, whatever. So that was nice.
The highlight for me was Marsau saying I would accept a child. That was the highlight for me. I'm serious. I said this. I'm sorry. Because I think something's coming. I hope it's not.
Oh, God, please, Lord, because you're gonna see Tisha gonna be in a straitjacket if something like that happens. She would go crazy. Come on.
No, I hope he's lying. Please lie. Please be lying, Marcel. But this was good. It's ramping up.
Yeah.
What is everybody? Because this is good. Because next week it's gonna be interesting. That new girl is coming in over talking at Destiny's birthday brunch and this is something right here. But go ahead, Shani.
So that's it. So if you saw it, let us know what you thought. What were your highlights of the episode 47 problems, but this land ain't one. Okay, and please don't forget to like and subscribe because we are here for you. We've got plenty of videos on the channel for you to peruse and enjoy. We'll see you next time. Bye.